Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here today to bring the review for Vamp the Lost Soul Manga Chapter 20. So, this chapter has two parts. The end of the Rangfang / Dragon Mistress versus BuzzFeed fight, and it also begins the Nick and James versus Gabriel fight. A fight that I did say would come down the line. I probably got it in the wrong place, but I definitely knew that this fight was to come. But let's talk about the Rangfang Dragon Mistress fight versus BuzzFeed fight. So I don't know if you watched the live reaction, but if you did, you could tell from, I guess, my silence that something was wrong. Something wasn't resonating inside me when it came to that stuff, and that probably leaked into my attitude into reading the rest of the chapter. And I guess I should have no, I'm not gonna apologize for that. No apologies. No apologies. I'm not gonna apologize for feeling the way I felt. But yeah, like I was saying, it did resonate into me reading it resonated. It did affect how I read the rest of the chapter. So I finished the chapter now, I closed the book, I was like, cool. Because what I was most upset about was the Rangfang stuff. I was thinking, does this make sense? Is this a way it can make sense? First thoughts that came to my mind is, alright, cool. Rangfang is 12. You need to remember, we're still dealing with kids. I think some of them are teens. I think some of them are 13. But Rangfang is 12. He's still a kid. Fair enough. I thought to myself, can I take this as just a simple kid overreacting? No, I could not. No, I could not. I could not accept it as that. So I had to continue thinking, and I deep dived in a little bit further. I remembered Rangfang has ADHD. I know nothing about that. So I was like, cool. Is there something within ADHD that can justify Rangfang's behavior in this chapter? So I did a little digging into some of the symptoms of people who have ADHD, and I came up with the following, which I'm going to read off, which I think can justify Rangfang's actions within this chapter. So here's what I've got. These are all symptoms of someone who has ADHD. Low frustration tolerance, frequent mood swings, hot temper, and trouble coping with stress. And we pile these four things on top of the fact that Rangfang is only 12 years old. I personally think that is justification for the for how he reacted within this chapter. Calling him a murderer, that's the trigger. That's the trigger for like the frustration, the low frustration tolerance, the mood swing that he suffers, and his hot temper. Trouble coping and that also, yeah, murder. So the murder. And the fact that he knows that he killed his mom during birth, he probably blames himself for that. There we go. That's the stress. That's the stress. And he has trouble coping with that, so he gets mad. You understand? Power that onto the fact that he's a 12-year-old, and 12-year-olds don't know how to act. They take things out of proportion. When you're young, you do that. I think that is more than justification for the way Rangfang reacted. And knowing James, because he might have done it by accident, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. He might have done it by accident, but I sincerely doubt it. I reckon he did his homework. And so if James did this on purpose, then that is brilliant. Take off my invisible hat to you for that one. But if you did it and you got lucky, then shame on you. No, seriously, I think that's was all done purposely for those reasons, and that if it is that makes it brilliant. If not, you just got lucky on this one. You won't get lucky next time. Anyway, so that's all everything involving that. So moving on, Nick James versus Gabriel. So we see clearly. He lets it known. Gabriel lets it known. He don't like half breeds. He don't like that. He don't like that at all. So he's out to get James and Nick, but more importantly, Nick, probably because of the treatment he got suffered last time when he got his jaw ripped off. He wants revenge for that. So the fight goes on. I ain't got really much to say about the fight. It goes on. I did notice that Gabriel did break the Nightmarian, but I'm not led to believe that the Nightmarian is like some uber weapon, like that Captain America shield thing, so it shouldn't break. So like, I just noticed that's just something I noticed. There was something else I want to say. So there's a lot of talk about how Gabriel did his homework and he knows about Nick, and Nick hasn't visited his loved ones since they died. I went into it a little bit in the live reaction. I'm like, it's only been 2 months tops. He might be slightly grieving. He might not be have it within himself to visit the grave yet. And that's what I mentioned. So as the chapter's coming to a close, we have, I think that was Inkra. I'm pretty sure it was Inkra saying, to concentrate to use the trick or something like that. So that's when Nick starts to shadow up, as I'm gonna call it. And to me, he seems a little bit angry at Gabriel, but he seems pretty much in control. But the chapter ends off with James that no, James, that we need to stop. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? Obviously, well, not obviously. Probably we'll find out next chapter. But I thought it was in control. One thing that I did forget to mention was Gabriel's weapon, which he apparently handed from the great Vamp, which apparently he inherited from the great Dracula, Vamp Dracula. But he mentions during the chapter that how the blade is not showing its true form to him. Obviously, this is probably hinting to the fact that the true form will be shown within this fight. But he mentions that how he's not worthy or something like that. But yes, it just mentions that he's not worthy, so I reckon he has to become worthy for the blade to show its true form. But that got me to thinking, what would make him worthy in order for his blade to show its true form? And the only thing that I could think of is him just accepting vampires as a whole, half-breed or not. But I don't know. I think that's kind of reaching. I don't think that'll be the true reason, but that's the only reason I can think of. So if you guys have any thoughts on the matter, please do share them in the comment section. But that essentially is everything I've got to say about this chapter, simply because of the brilliance of the first half, of the ending of the Rangfang fight, and the way he left Buzz, disgusting. But simply because of the brilliance of that, and yeah, like I mentioned earlier, why it's brilliant, I'm gonna give this chapter 4-star rating and call it a review. Like I was asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you have not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.